Welcome to the Minnesota Migrant Education Program Overview. This training will give you basic information about the Minnesota Migrant Education Program and the migratory lifestyle. For information about the Minnesota Migrant Education Program, check out our website, www.tvoc.org, our Facebook page, or you can contact us on our Minnesota Migrant Education Program hotline, 1-800-890-4853. The Migrant Education Program is 100% federally funded through Title I Part C Education of Migratory Children. The program ensures migratory children have access to all federal, state, and locally supported services on the same basis as other children. The funding is intended to supplement existing programs. It cannot supplant. Migratory children are categorically eligible to receive free school meals based on their eligibility in the Migrant Education Program. The purpose of the Migrant Education Program is to address unique educational needs of migratory children, assist in overcoming educational disruption, ensure students receive full and appropriate opportunities to meet the same challenging content standards, and not to penalize the students for the different disparities among the state's educational systems. Our migratory students travel from state to state and school to school, and there are so many differences in each educational system. You could be the link that they need. You can advocate for them and make sure that they are getting what they need to be successful. While talking to children and families, listen for indicators to determine if they may be eligible for the Migrant Education Program, MEP. Some of the indicators include if a parent or guardian has worked in agricultural work due to economic necessity. Examples of this type of work include seasonal work like picking rock, packing corn or peas, or temporary work like milking cows, processing eggs, and caring for pigs. The child or youth, and remember, they can be age 0 through 21, has moved across district lines within 3 years and has not graduated. They don't have to move with the parent or guardian. They could come before the parent or they could come after. The youth could be the agricultural worker or could be the parent or guardian. If you hear of any of these indicators, please fill out a recruitment request in order for a regional recruiter from Tri-Valley Opportunity Council to determine if the child or youth is eligible for the Migrant Education Program. Migratory students move from many other states to Minnesota, but the majority of our students move here from southern Texas. Migratory families come to Minnesota due to economic need. They work in agricultural labor areas that may not be filled by local labor forces. Minnesota farmers and agribusinesses recruit migratory families from other states for their skills and abilities to meet the Minnesota labor needs. Many of our migratory families go to concentrated agricultural labor market areas such as the Red River Valley, Minnesota River Valley, and the southern area of the state. However, migratory families may move to any location in Minnesota to find work. Qualifying work includes seasonal and temporary jobs. In Minnesota, the top qualifying activity is packing, cleaning, and hauling peas. Migratory families also come to Minnesota to work with corn, picking rocks, harvesting sugar beets, milking and caring for dairy cows, caring for poultry, packing radishes, and caring for pigs, among many other activities. This list is not conclusive. Please contact us if you are unsure if an activity qualifies. Qualifying arrival dates are the dates that students have made a qualifying move to our state and have been identified. In May, June, July, and August, we have the majority of our qualifying arrival dates. In October and November, many of our families leave the state, but as you can see, throughout every single month of the year, there are qualifying arrival dates within the state of Minnesota. So students are moving around from district to district or state to state every month of the year. Some of the challenges that our migratory families face include physical hazards, isolation, family separation, poverty, limited formal education of parents, and language and cultural barriers. The migratory student may have frequent changes in residency, chronic absenteeism, move before the school year ends, large gaps in missed instructional and assessment time, deficiency of credits towards graduation, lack of access to resources, language and cultural barriers, difficulty performing at grade level, and emotional challenges adapting to new environments. Migratory students may also be resilient, talented, multilingual, and may be able to share numerous experiences about things others in your school may not be familiar with. Work with your student to discover his or her strengths and help them to become part of the community. If you are district or charter school staff, you can act quickly to identify academic needs and put supplemental support plans in place to close learning gaps while migratory students are enrolled. Understand the impact of poverty. There's substandard housing, lack of school materials, many family responsibilities, nutrition and health issues. Monitor self-confidence and self-esteem. Migratory students can encounter many stressors when moving frequently. Help to prevent migratory students from dropping out by monitoring credit accrual and developing plans for course completion and/or coordination with sending or receiving districts or states. By advocating for our students and quickly providing support, we can help migratory students reach challenging academic standards in order for them to graduate and be productive citizens. In Minnesota, there are 3 agencies that support migratory students: the Minnesota Department of Education, MDE, the Midwest Migrant Educational Resource Center, MERC, and Tri-Valley Opportunity Council, TVOC. Now let's take a closer look at what these agencies do. The Minnesota Department of Education provides technical assistance and resources to ensure effective administration of migrant education programs which adhere to federal requirements. The Minnesota Department of Education has added a secure migrant identified student report. This report is available for districts to view students that have been determined eligible for the migrant education program within the past 3 years. Remember, there could still be students in your district that are eligible for MEP but are not on the report because they had never been identified. Your help in identifying possible eligible families is crucial. Districts and charter schools should use this information to ensure continuity of services for migratory students who often have interrupted education. Information for the secure report is pulled from MIS 2000, which is Minnesota's migrant database. The Minnesota Department of Education has added Migrant Liaison to the contact list in MDE-org. Districts should contact their Iowa to add a Migrant Liaison to the list. That person will be our go-to person when we have information or questions about migratory students. This is a very important role. Tri-Valley Opportunity Council, or TVOC, will request records from the Migrant Liaison for every migratory student in your district or charter school. MDE contracts with TVOC and MERC to identify and support migratory students. TVOC and MERC are authorized to request and obtain educational information. Take a look at the Notice of Authority to Request Records on our webpage for further details. On the Notice of Authority to Request Records, you will find that FERPA allows records to be transferred from LEAs to agencies working in collaboration with MEP. Those agencies are TVOC and MERC. Charter schools and districts are expected to comply with record requests. Possible duties of the Migrant Liaison include ensuring that migratory students are identified by sending a recruitment request to Tri-Valley Opportunity Council, or to determine eligibility using a Certificate of Eligibility, a COE, but only if trained and certified. Advocate for migratory students and families and advocate for proper placement of the migratory student. Assist in providing grades and transcripts to Tri-Valley Opportunity Council. Provide enrollment and withdrawal dates to Tri-Valley Opportunity Council. Provide move notices in Migrant Student Information Exchange, which is also called M6, as necessary. Ensure that migratory students are enrolled in school and have access to and receive services which they are eligible for, such as free categorically eligible meals, Head Start and Early Head Start, and McKinney-Vento Act if qualified. MERC, the Midwest Migrant Education Resource Center, is a lending library for any staff working with a migratory student. The process is simple. You choose the materials and resources you want. They send them to you to use for free. For more information, contact Rhonda Isaacs. Liddy Guzman is the Secondary Director for the Minnesota Migrant Education Program. She works closely with the Texas Migrant Interstate Program, TMIP. TMIP is available to use as a resource when working with students moving to or from Texas. For questions about secondary migratory students, credit recovery, student placement, or out-of-state assessments, contact Liddy. Tri-Valley Opportunity Council Migrant Education Services is contracted by the Minnesota Department of Education. We provide training and access to MIS 2000, which is the state's migrant database, M6, which is the national migrant database, MSIF, which is the Migratory Student Information Form, and the Summer Program Services Report, which is the SPSR. We collect all of the minimum data elements for every migratory student in the state of Minnesota, which is federally required. We manage the data for the Migrant Education Program, and we also provide professional development and training and identify and recruit all eligible migratory students in the state of Minnesota. A possible indicator that a family may be eligible for the Migrant Education Program is if in the past 3 years anyone in the family has moved from within the city, state, or school district so they could actively engage in agricultural work. If you think a family may be eligible for the MEP, fill out a recruitment request. If your district or charter school would like a parent employment survey to include in registration materials, please contact Tri-Valley Opportunity Council Migrant Education Services Department. The parent employment survey is available in English and Spanish. If a family answers yes on the survey, if there is a certified migrant liaison in your district, he or she should follow up with the family. If there is not a certified migrant liaison, fill out a recruitment request and a regional recruiter will follow up. Students that have been determined eligible for the Minnesota Migrant Education Program, MEP, should not be charged for meals at school. The school may need to refund the family or clear their account if they were charged for meals after the COE was approved if they are still within the 3 years of eligibility. The School Food Authority must keep documentation of the effective date, migratory child enrollment into MEP. This date is provided by Tri-Valley Opportunity Council. The Migrant Liaison facilitates the collection of information that must be reported to MDE through TVOC. We will look in MDE-org for the person that is listed as the Migrant Liaison for the school district, and that person will be our point of contact. When Minnesota collects information for each migratory student, it gets entered into MIS 2000, the Minnesota Migrant Education Program data system, and then uploaded nightly into M6. M6 is the National Migrant Student Information Exchange. It is used to ensure the appropriate enrollment, placement, and accrual of credits for migratory children. For access to M6, visit our webpage and fill out an application and rules of behavior and send it to Linda Fournier. If you have questions, contact Linda at 218-281-0583. Visit our webpage at www.tvoc.org. Click on Services, Migrant Education Program. There you will find subpages that you may be interested in. On the main page, you will see videos, information about the Migrant Education Program, the Minnesota Migrant Education Services Hotline, 1-800-890-4853, Notice of Authority to Request Records, information about eligibility, and the recruitment request. If you are a school district or charter school, you may want to check out the Migrant Liaisons tab. On this page, you will find the Migrant Education Program checklist for school districts. You may also want to check out the Migrant Education Services posters in English and in Spanish, as well as the brochures in English and in Spanish. If you are a migrant liaison, we highly recommend that you have access to M6. M6 is the Migrant Student Information Exchange. For more information about M6, go to the M6 page on our website or contact Linda Fournier. If you would like additional professional development, check out our Trainings tab. We offer a Making Connections workshop. If you are looking for something a little more customized, go ahead and check out our Requests tab and click on Training Request. Once you fill this out, we will contact you to develop a training that fits your needs. On this page, we also have the recruitment request. If you would like a recruiter to determine if you or someone you know is eligible for the Migrant Education Program, or if you would like recruitment in your area, click here. If you have any additional questions, contact us at any time. We would be happy to help. If you know of a migratory family with children ages 0 to 5, visit www.tvoc.org, then click on Services, Head Start Child and Family Programs, then choose Migrant and Seasonal Head Start or Migrant Child Care for information about programs that we offer for eligible Head Start families. You could also contact a center that is nearest you. Through this training, we hope that you have learned more about the unique educational needs of migratory children. Together, we are hoping to be able to overcome educational disruption, cultural and language barriers, social isolation, various health-related problems, and other factors that inhibit the ability of such children to succeed in school. Thank you so much for joining us.